After years of anticipation, Hollow Knight Silksong is finally here. What started as an expansion turned into one of the most hyped indie sequels of all time. And honestly, I think Team Cherry knew exactly what they were doing by keeping us waiting this long. The memes, the Silk posting, the Nintendo Direct heartbreaks, that's all in the past now. What matters is whether the game itself delivers. And from my point of view, it's bold, beautiful, and absolutely demanding. I'm Lobet, and let's break it down. The first thing that hits you about Silksong is just how alive the world feels. Team Cherry's art style was already striking in Hollow Knight, but here it feels like they've pushed it to another level. Every biome feels handcrafted to tell its own story. You've got cities strung high above the ground, buzzing with verticality and tension. Caverns that hum with mystery like they're whispering secrets just outside of reach. Ruins that look abandoned but still carry the echoes of whoever lived there before. From my point of view, it's not just how pretty the artwork is. It's storytelling through design. The way an NPC sits slouched in the corner, or how an area's color palette shifts from warm to cold, those things carry meaning. And it's subtle, but it certainly sticks with you. And of course, Christopher Larkin's soundtrack ties everything together. Hollow Knight already had one of the best indie soundtracks in gaming, and I think Silksong might top it. Exploration themes capture that lonely but hopeful energy, while boss fights crank that adrenaline without feeling chaotic. For me, the music doesn't just support the game, it defines it. I've caught myself pausing just to listen. Switching from the Knight to Hornet changes everything. She's faster, sharper, more agile. At first, I'll admit, I thought she was too twitchy. I overshot jumps, dashed straight into enemies, and basically looked like I forgot how to play a platformer. But once it clicked, I realized how much freedom her moveset gives you. Hornet fights with precision. It's not just about swinging wildly, it's about weaving around enemies, chaining moves, and turning combat into something almost rhythmic. From my point of view, it's more dynamic than the Knight ever was. And then there's the crest system, which I think is one of the smartest changes. Instead of slowly stacking small buffs like charms, crests lets you tailor Hornet's ability to the way you want to play. Want to hit harder but risk dying quicker? You can. Want to play it safe and boost survivability? That works too. Personally, I found myself switching setups depending on whether I was exploring, boss hunting, or grinding for resources. What I liked most is that Hornet feels expressive. Every move feels intentional, and the game rewards you for experimenting, failing, and figuring out what works best for you. This is where Silksong really flexes though. Boss fights are intense. Compared to Hollow Knight, I think they're faster, more aggressive, and definitely less forgiving. Enemies have tighter patterns, projectiles come out quicker, and arenas often leave you less room to breathe. But here's the thing, none of it feels unfair. From my point of view, every fight is designed to push you, but also to teach you. You'll die a few times, maybe more than a few, but each run you learn something, and that's when victories feel incredible. I won't spoil specific bosses, but I'll just say this. The creativity in design is unreal. Some bosses feel like puzzles in disguise, others are pure tests of reflex. And even the smaller enemies, the ones you find wandering around, are more interesting to fight as well. They're not just filler, they definitely keep you on your toes. Let's be clear here though, Silksong does not hold back. To me, this feels like a game built for players who mastered Hollow Knight. Enemies hit harder, bosses chain attacks in ways that demand quick reflexes, and even normal exploration oftentimes requires focus. The Rosary system really adds to that. When you die, your beads drop, and losing them stings way more than losing Geo ever did. From my point of view, this system adds real weight to mistakes. For veterans, it's a thrill. Every fight has stakes. But I can certainly see newer players finding it punishing. Personally though, I love it. I think it makes victories feel earned, and it forces you to stay sharp. But yeah, it's not gentle. If Hollow Knight was tough love, Silksong is more like get good or get wrecked. Exploration is still heart of the game. I think Team Cherry managed to capture the same feeling of discovery when you step into a new area and feel both excitement and dread at what might be waiting. The map system works differently this time, and I'll be honest, I think it's a little bit more punishing at first. Buying maps, unlocking areas, it makes progress feel a little slower. But once you get into rhythm, it's addictive again. What's new is the emphasis on side quests. Some of them are fantastic with great little story beats that flesh out the world. Others lean on fetch mechanics that, to me, slow down the pacing. When the main story is pushing you forward, stopping to run errands can feel like a distraction. But I get what they were going for, giving you reasons to explore every corner. Overall though, the sense of uncovering secrets, piecing together lore, and connecting shortcuts is still just as magical as Hollow Knight. For me, that's what makes the world feel alive. Something I don't think you can ignore with Silksong is the weight of the hype. 6 years of waiting, memes, fan theories, Silk posting at every Nintendo Direct. Most games would crumble under expectations like that. From my point of view, the fact that Silksong manages to live up to that hype, or at least comes close, is incredible. It's not perfect, but honestly, it didn't need to be. It just needed to feel like a worthy successor. And to me, it absolutely does. There's something special about finally holding a game that existed as a meme for so long. It feels like the end of an era and the start of a new one. Now, it's not flawless. A few things stood out to me. Some quests repeat themselves and drag the pacing. The Rosary economy can feel restrictive, especially early on. And while the presentation is gorgeous, I can see some players feeling it's more refinement than reinvention. From my perspective, these are nitpicks more than deal breakers. They don't ruin the experience, but they're definitely worth mentioning. Finally, I'll wrap up with this. Silksong isn't going to be for everyone. It's demanding, it's punishing, and it asks a lot for its players. But for those who accept this challenge, it's unforgettable. Years of waiting built up impossible expectations, and somehow Team Cherry actually delivered. From my point of view, this isn't just another indie sequel, it's a landmark in design. On the Rosary bead scale, I'd give Silksong 9 out of 10. And honestly, I didn't even drop them all this time. If you've played it, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Did it live up to the years of hype for you? And if you're enjoying these kinds of breakdowns, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss what's next. Thanks for watching. I'm Lobet, and I'll catch you in the next one.